broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Ain't no more talking.
Hey.
No more talking.
No more talking. It's all over.
It's done.
We got a winner.
Yeah. All right, Mulatto. Hey, turn this up some.
Turn it up, yeah.
No more talking.
All right.
No more talking. Don't talk at all.
No more.
This ain't a game.
This will be that silent
rap
game.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's your boy Lem Gonsalves. We are here in effect. The season finale of the rap game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over. We have crowned a winner.
Winner.
None other than Miss Mulatto.
Mulatto.
Yes. You can. Yes. I mean,
I've been saying it the whole time.
She did it. But we're going to get into it. Like I said, I'm your host, Lem Gonsalves. You can find me all day at the Poets Inc. every day. Of course, I'm not here by myself. I got my boys with me, holding it down every week, week in and week out. Right next to me is my boy, Nino Llanera.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's over. I can't believe it. We're done. 8 weeks.
There
it is.
Of course, we got JJ, the talented, a.k.a. Josh Johnson.
That's a wrap. You got the best intros, Lem. I want a singing intro, though. I want a Joshua Johnson. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Joshua Johnson. You can find me on social media at JJ the Talented.
Yes. And on the way, holding down the west side, you already know what it is. My boy, Jimmy Vibert. Be your old dad. All day, every day.
What's happening? It's your man Jimmy V. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, be your own dad. Holler at us.
Yeah, so as we said, we have a winner. Congratulations.
Yeah, we got a winner. It's Mulatto.
Congratulations.
She did that.
She did it.
Consistently in, like I said before, consistently in the top tier. Never lower than 3.
Right.
No.
Every single week, yeah.
Every single week. I'm not mad at it. Of course, I had, we talked about our favorites that we had.
Yeah.
She was not my favorite, but you cannot deny. I feel like she's Kobe. Like, I'm not a fan of Kobe Bryant. But you cannot deny his stats.
Right. I don't want to go there.
I know I'm in LA. I'm just saying. But I mean, that's what came to mind. Because, he's retiring, and he's getting his love. But I mean, he's amazing. Like, he's arguably one of the best basketball players to do it. I'm not a fan of his, but I cannot deny his talent. Same thing with Miss Mulatto. Yeah. She was consistent, like you said. She has the talent. She had everything that basically he was looking for, in an artist. And
she's
Josh,
ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. And you, Josh, you were feeling her from day one. How do you feel about?
He didn't really choose.
Well, I mean, I thought I was feeling her.
Well,
I'm surprised you gave me the credit like that. For a second.
Again, Kobe Bryant, I'm giving credit. I don't like him. I like you, Josh, but I'm just saying.
Wow.
But no, you really did like. Miss Mulatto. You were a fan of hers, ongoing. You liked her. You thought she was going to win. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, like we saw throughout the season, and even like her dad said. I don't know if I want to give Shane credit, no. But she's well trained. She's packaged. She's ready to go. She's been at it for a while. She was the oldest in the group, but she's got the training and she's got the experience behind her. The bars are ready to go. All that has to be done is just kind of fit her into the So Def engine,
right?
And just get going, just make a move. So I'm happy for her. I mean We'll get into it, but the final rankings might not have panned out the way we all wanted, but you really can't deny, like you said, you can't deny what the final product was, and you got to give Miss Mulatto credit.
Not at all.
Definitely. She was clear cut. I mean, every single activity she smashed on. I mean, nothing else.
I mean, nonetheless, all these kids are amazingly talented, and they showed out at the end of, the last performance. I was really, really proud and happy to see them do what they had to do at the last performance, and it was really cool to see them really shine or whatnot. So they all deserved to be there, but there had to be one winner, and it was Miss Mulatto.
There had to be one winner. It was Miss Mulatto. Like I said, I'm not mad. I am and we'll get into it in a second, but I am a little disappointed in the other rankings because I thought...
Me too.
I mean, and we mentioned this before the show, Sewer Peach being number 4, I was shocked by that. Like, I was completely shocked. That threw me left. Because when that happened to me, I felt like she was going to be in the top 2.
Me too. I
thought she was. I really thought it was going to be her and Miss Mulatto, and they were going to be fighting out for who was going to be number 1.
It was crazy because JD said that lyrically she's not up to par, not there. But when you hear her lyrics, I thought they were actually really, really good.
She had some dope lines.
She's got great lines.
Right.
I think he was just mentioning that she just needs to slow down some because you can't often hear exactly what she's actually saying at times.
Right.
I think, and to me, I think it was a situation where who was the most polished? Who's the ready to go right now? Because all of them, like we said, they're talented. But there's areas that each of them had work they had to do, whether it was in style category, whether it was in lyricism, or whether it was in delivery, or whatever it was. But I think Miss Mulatto, the reason why he chose her right now, because again, you're trying to get a deal, you got to get in the booth and let's get a record. Let's get an album. And I think she was the one that was ready to go. She was the oldest in the house. And it, no surprise there. And the fact that, again, she was the most polished out of everybody. Overall, well-rounded, ready to go artist.
Right.
Looking at it from that standpoint, then that would explain to me why Nico was in second, because he did have the deal before. He had that kind of experience, and he had the polish that it took. At least in the past, he proved that he had the polishing that it took to make it to the record label. I mean, to get a deal before. So that would explain his number 2, even though we might not all agree with it.
And that's what I realized too later on. Like as I was looking at it, he knows the business already because he was in the business.
He was in the business.
So and JD, like you said, is looking for somebody he can make money off of right now.
Right.
There's no more time to train like within 5 years. Like in Korea with like K-pop, these people train for the longest time before they come out and debut on the record labels, but they have the money to spare with that.
Right.
The record industry, or the music industry in the U.S. alone, it's slumping. It's going down. People aren't receiving $1 million, advances anymore like they used to.
Almost still going independent. It's a whole different hustle.
It's a whole different
game.
So there's no time to waste, basically, right?
No, absolutely. You got to capitalize on the popularity of the show.
Right.
And like I said, and who knows what'll happen with the others? Because, like I said, because they are talented, who knows, he can sign them later, or there can be another deal we don't know. Right. We know there's a reunion show, next week.
Right.
We can maybe get some insight on that.
Which actually, too, there is a season 2. I don't know if you guys actually heard
Yes,
that.
Congratulations.
I saw that.
Season 2.
And so that means obviously that the fact that they're doing a season 2, the show is popular enough to do it again.
That's right.
So like I said, more the reason to capitalize on the popularity of the show, and let's get this album cracking. Right. Let's do a tour, whatever it takes. Let's make that coin.
They said it was the highest rated 10 o'clock showcases for Lifetime ever.
Really?
Like it was always consistently breaking records.
I mean, Lifetime's known as the man hating channel. I don't know if you guys ever watched a few clips on there, but they hate us. Okay, so the fact that they got some actual kids on there, I think it helped diversify the audience.
They got some good movies though. Yeah. Lifetime. I watch a Lifetime movie or two.
Every time a girl is crying or screaming at the TV, 99.9% Lifetime is on the TV.
I have a secret, y'all. I have a secret. Your boy Nino was on Lifetime.
You were on Lifetime?
On a show called Killer Kids. That's a couple years ago.
That's right.
Please look it up in the comments.
Right.
Tell me. You're just giving us this information?
We got to bring a clip in.
Why were you holding out?
It's a little embarrassing.
At least you weren't on Unsolved Mysteries,
Thank you. I was close. I got called for an avail for that.
Wow. So going back to the beginning of the show, this particular episode, and we mentioned it already, but I thought number 1, I give kudos to all of them for the last performance, because for what they showed us, they all did well. If you would have just looked at that, prior to anything else, to me, anybody could have won.
Right.
Everybody did. I think they worked or they performed at their highest level. From Nico doing a little dance move,
bringing back the Harlem Shake,
putting it in, and Poopy with his hair down. You know what I'm saying?
About time, Poopy. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, he said that was a secret weapon. He's like, I'm ready.
But why does everybody want Poopy's hair down though? I mean,
I don't know.
No,
I think it looks better braided up.
Yeah.
I think it's rising up to the occasion and saying I can do it even without my hair. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
It's not his blanket. It's not his security.
Right.
Okay.
And getting rid of the security blanket, shedding that, all of that. But what he did was he basically told them initially that they had to rap about their passion, and there was a battle that they were going to be in.
Yeah.
And so the battle was very interesting because it wasn't your typical rap battle, right?
And that's what I thought it was going to be. Did you guys think that?
I thought so. I mean, it's a rap battle.
I thought it was going to be off the top of the dome.
Yeah, we're going to go at each other and off the top. That's what I thought, off the top.
Speaking of going at each other, son better stop before I drop him like Def Jam. Peach,
that was a shot right there.
That was hilarious.
She took a shot.
Wait, did you see his face though?
Yes.
His face though, like
somebody need to give him some chips because he was salted.
He was like, really? That's what we're doing?
That's what we're doing?
What could he say though? How could he come back?
This was his face. Like,
could he?
That's so true.
No, really, like he was like, oh, because up until that point, people were just rapping and they were just spitting bars they had spit before, and they were just kind of going around. Exactly. So again, it wasn't your typical rap battle, but when Peach came out, and you knew she was gonna bring it. And when
I'm glad she did.
Yeah, and she came out and she said that. Then it was like, and JD loved it. He was like, "Oh, it's finally a battle."
That's what rap battle is about.
Exactly.
And that's what I had in mind. And so I was disappointed though, really, when it came to that point, because why would you have them? I mean, it's his show. He has his way of doing it, but why would you have them write, lyrics ahead of time about their passion, but then make it a rap battle? Because a rap battle is, by definition, you're going against the person in front of you, just trying to murder them with the lyrics, and usually off the top.
Well, there's
usually a freestyle.
There's a popular battle that's from the Bay, the Team Backpack.
Oh yeah,
Team Backpack, and they don't like necessarily not all the time rap what's it called in front of each other where they're like rapping to each other or whatnot. They have these lyrics that they write already, and then they have a beat that just basically plays continuously.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
So I think that's what he was kind of going for versus just like an old school, just like I'm gonna be in your face, you know.
Also too, I'm a huge fan of Smack URL, which is based on YouTube. It is a rap battling league, and they all come prepared with lyrics beforehand.
But then are they facing face to face?
King of the Dot too as well. Yeah, okay. Let me find out.
He knows what's up. Our engineer knows what's cracking.
Okay.
That's why we get him down. But no, and I think too. I mean, again, we saw what it was like with their freestyle at the beginning. Obviously, there's been some growth, but it's only been a few weeks. Yeah. And to have them all come off the dome, I don't think it would have been anything that anybody would have wanted to see or would have had any substance. I think it was more so. It's like, how can you perform against your peers? Like, you got to come with it. You got to be in somebody's face. You got to go around in a circle and just come at them. Even though you're spitting written lyrics, how do you do that? And I think that's what he was looking at. Because if you look at every week, it was some different facet of being a well-rounded artist. And, kudos to the winner, Miss Mulatto. She brought it. She was in everybody's face, getting it in.
Right.
So, and he took note of that. Right. But Peach definitely had the best line.
Well, what do you think of like Poopy and Nico in the rap battle?
I mean,
and lyric.
JD said as far as Poopy went, it took him a while to figure out the flow of the beat.
To catch the beat. That's another thing. It's a hard part to catch the beat.
Yeah, exactly. And then especially if you came prepared with bars, but the beat doesn't match up, so now it's hard. Like, now I gotta
that makes it hard.
Yeah, now I gotta switch it up.
Right.
But Lyric killed it, I thought too, because she stepped up. She was just like, I'll go first. I need to show them I'm not shy. And she was just like boom, boom.
I'm telling you, Lyric to me was the most. And if you talk about a most improved player, or that
good point.
She was the most improved. I really was pulling for her. I think it was definitely hard because, like I said, with Mulatto being so consistent from day one and her kind of on a steady climb, I think it was going to be hard for her to actually take the title. But I think she definitely did well. Like I said, she was the most improved. And to me, like, I love her style. I know he was mentioning
I loved it
part
too.
Of his situation was understanding her. And sometimes, the way she delivers or whatnot, it's hard to understand her or what have you. So I understand what he's saying. And she's got that, that Southern drawl with, being from Houston. But, I mean, that's the style down there. And that's, how they do it. So she was my, if you talk about a favorite, she was definitely my favorite.
Right.
I really liked her, even seeing her when we had her on the show and how she carried herself. Like,
cool
she was dope. Yeah. She was dope. But like I said, this is not the end of the world for these kids.
Not at all.
We know that there's a lot of
It's
stuff
a
going
big
on.
exposure.
Exactly. Now, going back to the final performance, I thought it was dope to that they had some familiarity right before. It was kind of like American Idolish a little bit, where it's like they're about to go on and then the family comes in.
I saw that.
Like, my cousin or my mom or my sister.
It kind of pumps them up a little bit.
Yeah, but I thought it was good because, again, these are kids. You know what I'm saying? Some of them haven't been, out of the city that they live in. So they're away from the comforts of home. They're away from all these kind of things. And I think it was fitting for them to have family there to support them, to kind of pump them up. Poopy's dad called me. He couldn't come in because there was a problem with the
tornadoes.
Right. So he called him on the phone and kind of gave him the pep talk. So he was good to go. And then it was showtime. And like I said, everybody, we talked about it. Everybody showed out. Super Peach went first and murdered it. Murdered it. Nico did good. I love the Harlem Shake. Lyric was surprising everybody because some of these people hadn't seen her, like the Brat hadn't seen her since day one.
Right.
And so to see her from day one until now, and I remember she was coming. She's like, it's like a whole nother person. Right. It's a different person. So again, and then Poopy, with the hair down. I like his hair down. I thought it just gave him. To me, it made him look older. And it gave him more of a. It took away from me, like it gave him. He looked more like an artist, in my opinion. And I see why maybe that the call for the stylist was like, oh, take your hair down, take your hair down. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think that the call from the stylist with the whole hair situation was also to kind of take him out from where he was when he first got there. Remember, he was known for the video and all this other stuff. People know his look or whatnot. So to give him something fresh and something new, where it was just like, this is Poopy now versus Poopy when I was 10. There's still some sort of growth factor. And you're right, when he took that out, I was like, oh, it's a little different. That's that's
what I'm saying. I mean, he's 13 years old. It just gave him another dynamic, and it also reminded me of Bow Wow, because when Bow Wow was young in the game, he had the long hair, it was down. When he was sea walking on the BET Awards or something like that, like he had that same look. So it was very reminiscent of that for me.
Right. No, I get your point about the it being a security blanket. That's a very good point. But personally, for me, I would rather his hair be braided than to be down. That's just my personal opinion, though.
Yeah, I'm no stylist or anything, but I prefer the braids in than out. I think they make him look more older, I guess, just because with the
just
hair
like refined
down,
almost.
You can just see the child in him,
like the baby face.
Right,
exactly. So, but
well, somebody who knows Poopy pretty well, since we're on the subject of Poopy, is his manager / godfather / best homie in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than Papa Lewis on Skype, everybody. Yeah. What up, man?
Yeah, welcome back.
What up? What's good?
Man, we just in here talking about Poopy's hair, man, and it was down, and he was rocking it. Can you tell us, because to me, what we saw, the energy looked crazy for that final performance when everybody put it down. I feel like everybody, like we were saying, that if the show started there, everybody would have been at the same level because everybody brought it. How was the energy when you were there and you were seeing, Poopy and the rest of the kids do their thing?
I mean, at first, before we came in the house, I thought we definitely had it. I mean, the only thing I knew was Poopy. I wasn't really paying attention to all the other talent that exists.
Sure.
Nationwide and worldwide. After seeing that energy, especially like Super Peach gives out, the talent that young Lyric has. I mean, every single kid in the house has talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, it was crazy. Even to this day, even still watching them on TV, I'm just like, wow.
Yeah. It's remarkable to see what they were able to accomplish in that 8 weeks that you guys were in the house and kind of going through these challenges and whatnot. Can you tell us about the vibe though that in that concert? When you had that last performance for everybody, what was the vibe like? How was the audience responding to the kids? Because the way they made it seem like it was cracking.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Like, especially towards the end of the competition. It was a competition. Like we started, everybody was like in their own corner, and these kids, even though they were best friends in the house that last week, it was like a do or die. But honestly, all the parents just watching all the kids, we were just supporting everybody. I think at that moment during the when they did that concert, that like all of a sudden like the competition didn't exist anymore. I think us as parents was just like we remembered, living together for the past 8 weeks and how much we love each and every kid that's in the house, and and we put all that to the side.
Word.
Nice.
That's awesome. So, after the concert's done, of course, JD pulls everybody in and he starts, doing the final rankings to find out who's going to be the winner. Of course, the first person called is Poopy, unfortunately, as number 5. You just mentioned about, you expected him to win.
Well, from what I heard, though, I think he knew who he picked as a winner, but he just did by age. Like, he called them out by age.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't about your 5th, your 4th, your 3rd, your 2nd, and your 1st.
He kind of just went down the age bracket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So
I could be wrong, but
okay. No, you could be wrong. You could be right. I think you're right because that's how you roll. I will say though, when you did call you as first, you guys and you and Poopy, were you surprised? Were you shocked? Like, what was that? What was the feeling?
I mean, they didn't play it out like how we was in there for a really long time before he decided who he wanted to win. And he kept doing this thing when he was going back and forth to kids. He was like, little Poopy, this, and that. So, then finally he was like, all right, I'm going to decide on who. And then he went back and was like, little Poopy. this, and that. So we were like, you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like he really, honestly, I think it was really hard for him, to pick out a, who he wanted to sign, because we was there for a real long time. I mean, so long we was taking off our shoes and stuff, and we was just like asking for breaks to rest our thighs.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then finally we was like, listen, this is it. I'm gonna pick my artist, and he was like, Lil Poopy. You're not today. You know what I mean? That first second he was like, Lil Poopy. I'm like, yes. Then he was like, the contract's not for you. I'm like, no.
Wow.
Man, so how did Poopy take it? Like, I mean, Poopy seems like the type of guy, just kind of brushes off his shoulder.
Poopy wears thick skin, man. He knows what it is. His life has to go on, with or without the without the chain, without the contract. You know what I mean? He knows. He's dealt with good news and bad news his whole life. So I think this is.
What?
I'm waiting for him to get here any minute.
He might be popping in.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Just leaving the Y. I told you that kid's an athlete, man.
He's all over the place. All over the place.
Hey, so Papa Louis, we were just talking before you got on. We were talking about Poopy letting his hair down that last performance. To you, how do you prefer it? Do you prefer it up or down?
Dude, man, listen, that was a surprise, because I've been begging him for the whole 8 weeks, like, trust me, this is the time to do it. And he's like, no. And then the last week, even at the competition, I think for like the first 2 hours, I was like, trust me, do it this way. And he was like, no. I'm like, just do it now. And he was like, nah, I'm good. Then all of a sudden, he was just taking it out by himself. Like, yeah, I think it's gonna be a good look. It's gonna.
like he made it up himself.
So he finally listened. He finally listened to you, because the show made it seem like for the most part,
he just decided on his own. He was just like, and that's the thing, you know what I mean? He makes his own decisions. He knows. Yeah. And honestly, I think it gave him a bigger wow factor, because he saved that, and it just had so much of.
It did actually.
Like they had the attention on it, made a big deal about it for the past 8 weeks.
Right.
It meant that much more when he did it during the competition.
Sure.
Right.
So it was it seemed like it played out. Because the way it played out, it was like this big reveal. He decides he's gonna do it. It's finally almost like he got his superpowers. But you're saying basically it was just like that, how it played out on TV.
Yeah. Like, I know how some people, they reality TV, they don't know what's real, what's not, but that's exactly what. Look at it. Look.
Shut up.
Poopy.
Poopy the dog in the house. Poopy
there
the dog
he is.
in the building.
Look at him, man.
He's just walking.
He's like walking away like, man, I ain't got time for this.
Gotta go put his school books away.
We had a Poopy sighting, ladies.
A sighting for sure.
You want to say hi? Poopy's sister.
What's that? Is he coming? Hey, Poopy sister.
Poopy sister.
Hi, Poopy sister.
Hi. What's your name?
Maya.
Hi, Maya.
Hi, Maya.
How you doing?
Good.
Maya, do you rap too, Maya? Do you rap? Do you sing?
Yeah.
Oh, can we get an exclusive? Can we hear something?
You want to do a song? Nah, she said not today. Not today.
Thought that might have been pressing.
She's like, y'all didn't send the check, so I'm not singing that.
Yeah. Season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Word. That's what's up.
Oh, that's right. We got the news that it's going to be season 2. But now my question is,
it's definitely going to be a season 2. We left last week or 2 weeks ago. We were doing the reunion show.
Right.
And then towards the end, they announced that there's going to be a second season. Definitely, they just haven't announced if we're going to be on it or new cast members.
Oh,
that was my question. Yeah. Are they gonna...
I mean, I hope it's us. The world chose, man. They love these kids, man. I can't even tell you the messages that I get from everywhere.
I'm sure.
Yeah, they know you now.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
They know you now, so I mean, it would make sense to keep riding with you guys because I mean, you're the original cast members. So let's follow.
What would you guys want?
It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like Teen Mom. Teen Mom has like Teen Mom OG, Teen Mom New Generation. It's gonna be like that with the rap game. Because I think it would be nice to always keep like that original group in to see how they grow.
See how they grow.
I would like them to
they
keep
do bring
it
new guys.
Yeah,
the same.
I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be dope. I got another question for you, Lewis. So looking at Poopy probably his whole life, I'm sure. Seeing him in his career and starting off. I mean, he obviously was 12 when he started the show. He was even younger than that when he started rapping. And then he's in this kind of boot camp situation for 8 weeks. And now he's come out of it. Did you see, to me, just as a viewer watching it, it seemed like he grew. What can you tell us about his growth from, either, just in the 8 weeks or the time from when he first started rapping to where he's at now?
I mean, the most important thing I realized is some of the stuff that myself and his dad been telling him that he needs to work on. He's realized, and while he learned it, a bunch of other kids learned at the same time how important choreography is. Even though you're a rapper, you think that dancing is not important. It all ties in with being fit, eating healthy, living like an artist lifestyle, like an athlete lifestyle, taking care of yourself, practicing. It's not just about, I can memorize this song and I can go on stage and do it. You got to do this song so many times that it's just like ABCs.
Right.
I mean, you should be able to almost do the song backwards, so to speak. And then Poopy's getting it. Before, we was just like, do this and do that. And, all the kids have that habit of holding a mic like this because it looks cool, but they don't understand that they're killing, the true sound of their voice.
Right, right.
Trying to look cool, they sound like crap. And he's getting all that. He's understanding how all these things are important as an artist.
Right.
And, I mean, I think if we was to continue to kind of force that on him, it would have took a while for him to learn that. But obviously, things Jermaine saying that, Usher saying that, T.I. saying that, these artists saying it over and over again. You realize these are people I look up to. They must be right. So I'm gonna get on it now, not 2, 3, 5 years later.
Right.
Okay.
What up, Poopy?
What's up, Poopy?
In the house.
Hey, happy belated birthday.
Oh yeah.
You just turned 13, right?
Yep.
Teenager. How does it feel?
Just turned 13.
How's it feel?
Feels good, man. To finally be a teenager. I've been waiting for it.
hey, Poopy, how them DMs looking though?
Crazy.
Popping off,
Yeah, I'm in the DM.
Poopy, man. What'd you do for your birthday?
I'm throwing a party this weekend. Silentó's gonna be there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're trying to get lyric down. So that's basically what I'm doing for my birthday.
Right.
Okay, doing it big, doing it big.
You got the connections now.
Yeah.
Hey, are you gonna perform at your birthday or what?
Huh?
Are you gonna perform at your birthday party?
Yeah, of course.
Got to.
Of course.
Nice.
So Poopy, we were just talking to Papa Lewis, and he was kind of telling us, how everything was going. I want to get your experience from you regarding, starting in the house. You come in, you're 12 years old. You got 4 other, talented people that you're in the competition with. Can you just tell me about how it was the process in your eyes from when you started to when you ended up finishing?
When I started.
Yeah.
I didn't know really what it was because they had told us it wasn't a competition. So when I found out we were doing these hit lists and stuff, I'm like, wait, first, second, and third. They didn't tell us. They was like, oh, it's not a competition. You're just gonna be rapping on a show. So we thought it was gonna be okay, they're gonna put us on a TV show, show us about what our life is about. No, I didn't know it's a competition.
They were like,
so
you might have to freestyle.
So towards the middle, I knew it was a competition, so I started going ham.
Okay. All right. Started going ham. So we've been talking all about it. I'm sure everybody's a buzz about it. But when you took down your hair in the last performance, What was it for you? Because I know, Papa Louis was telling you to do it pretty much the whole time. Stylist told you. And, of course, in true Poopy fashion, you do your own thing because that's how you roll. But you decided to do it then. What made you decide to do it then at that particular moment?
I mean, he's been wanting to see me with my hair down.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine has been wanting to see me with my hair down, like, all the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
I just wouldn't do it because, like, we would have to fly my stylist down, and we actually did end up flying my stylist down.
Okay.
And
Flying
but
the stylist down
I
for
just
children.
I didn't want to take it down. I mean, poopy do poopy, you know.
Poopy do poopy.
We gotta quote that.
If
Put that on a
I-
shirt and
if
trademark it,
I
poopy. Don't let
signed
nobody take
contract,
that.
I would have been like, yeah, I'll take it out, but
Yeah.
we're not there yet. So I was like, I'm gonna do me. So
Okay.
at the end, I just did it as like a big surprise.
Ah, I see. So you wanted that wow factor, and you killed it, man. I mean, you did your thing, and I think the whole season. I mean, I think one of the things for you is you definitely, just like you said, poopy. Poopy does poopy. You stayed true to yourself. I feel like, you took, whatever they were saying to you, but at the end of the day, you did what you felt comfortable doing. And I can't really knock that, How has it been, now that you're, home and people have been watching the show, you're down there in Brockton. Is it a change? Because you already had a big following on social media. What's the difference like? Or is there a difference? Have you changed? Are you got spinning rims on your bike? Like, what's going on now?
Yeah, it is a big change. Like, everywhere I go, everybody's like, oh, are you that kid from the rap game?
Uh-huh.
Like, I just came back from Taunton Mall, and as soon as I walk in, I see these two girls, and they look at me right in the face, and they just scream, and everybody's looking at them in the mall. They're just like yelling at the top of their lungs.
Wow.
What did that feel like?
They couldn't even take a picture. They ran to their mom and said, "Let me use your phone to take a picture."
Wow.
Hey, Poopy, man, you got me cracking up over here, man. I'm from Brockton myself, born and raised, went to Brookfield, man, and all that stuff. So, I'm
Brookfield, you went to my school?
Yeah, man. What you think, boy?
Yeah. Yo, too.
Hey.
Who was your principal? You never mind.
Poopy throwing shade.
I am 24 and I'm not too old to hop back on the plane. But real talk though, man, I'm just out here in Cal, man, and you're definitely putting on for the home team, bro, and I'm just saying I'm mad proud of you, man, okay?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, he's been riding with you the whole time, man.
Oh yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I want to ask you something real quick, Poopy, about the rap battle. Now, you were having some trouble catching that beat, but I feel like if you guys were able to freestyle, I think you would have really shown something. What do you think?
Yeah, he wanted us to do the song, like, he made no sense. Like, I don't know, I just kind of felt like slapping JD. Because he made no sense. Like, everybody ended up spitting, like, their own verse. But he told us, and the whole show, he was telling us, like, make sure you follow what he says. And he told us to write, like, about where we're from.
Right.
And I did that, but he didn't. He said we were going to record the song.
You didn't know it was going to be part of a rap battle.
Oh, so he set y'all up. Okay. I got you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Poopy, before we let you go, you told us about your birthday coming up. That's dope. Is there anything else you could tell us that you got going on, like musically? You got anything dropping, like new songs? Anything that the fans can check out?
I got a new mixtape dropping called Louis the 13th, and I got one called Poop Home. Because DJ Premier that lives in Brockton, he did a mixtape called Group Home with all his beats, and now we took his beats and made it, and I'm spitting bars on them, so now it's Poop Home.
Smart thing.
Okay.
And yo,
that is dope.
Premier got some pull too.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
yeah.
I got 3 tours coming up. Make sure you guys come out and support. I got 3 tours coming up.
3
Plus,
tours.
I got the rap game tour coming soon. So that's 4 in
The
total.
rap game tour, y'all. There's a tour coming. Y'all heard it here.
It's official right here.
Hey, Poopy, holla at the kid. Alright, I'm gonna come through and
support.
Alright?
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it, Poop, for giving us love. Tell us before you go. Tell us where they can find you on social media, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Let us know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, Lil Poopy the Don, LilPoopyTheDon, the Don, Lil Poopy the Don, and on Twitter, you can find me at Poopy the Don. Just take out the Lil POOPYTHEDON.
There it is.
All right.
There it is.
Man.
Let's talk to Lewis real quick. Where's Lewis at? Is he on the phone? Is he making deals?
Yeah.
What up, man?
What up?
What up? So before we let you go,
I
man.
appreciate y'all for having me, man. I really love the show, man. Like,
Hey, man. I'm telling you, man. You've been
for the rest
so.
of my careers, we're gonna support y'all, man, from the beginning, because y'all had nothing but good things to say, man. Y'all was like, you know, some of them had some negative things, and y'all was saying like the negative, but it's to push us to be better. It was never like to, you know, to hurt us.
We
or hurt
appreciate
our-
that, man.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
All
that.
constructive.
Absolutely. That's what we do over here. Before we let you go, Lewis, let us know where they can find you on social media.
PAPALUIS 85, and more importantly, if you're an artist and you need guidance, go to Jermaine's website, global14.com, set up a free account, and follow me on there. It's Papa Lewis.
Word.
There we go.
Nice.
There you go.
Appreciate it, y'all.
All right,
Give the
y'all.
love to the family in
All
Brockton,
right,
and we'll see you next time.
Yes,
Yeah. There it is.
Good interview.
Uh-huh.
Good interview.
Yeah.
This brother has
finally got to see
This
Bruno.
brother has 4 tours.
Well, I'm
4
third-
tours coming
tours.
up.
Three tours.
3 tours and the
tours.
rap game tour. That's 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
He is
4
a
tours.
future superstar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait on
telling
it.
you.
A lot of these kids are. They're gonna do well.
No, of course.
And you know what? Like like the rest of these shows that the talent shows and stuff. If you don't have to win
No,
to
not
have
at
a good
all.
career afterwards.
Oh,
no,
no.
There's a career after.
Plenty of people.
Jennifer
who
Hudson.
Went to, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
like-
talking about bombed at the Apollo, and they still came back in their
Right.
career killed it.
Well, what's crazy is sometimes when you, and like, you know, in shows like American Idol and any type of reality show where there's a competition to get some type of contract, I feel like some of the people that don't win end up getting better because are doing better in the industry. And a lot of the reason is because a lot of times if you sign the contract with whatever show you're on, let's say, you know, use American Idol for example, then you're tied to them. You know, sometimes you have to, you know, use their writers. You know, you don't have a lot of creative control in some cases.
Right.
Whereas if you don't win, you're not in the contract, somebody sees you, you have more leverage. Oh, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. Perfect, you can do that. And then ends up being more of an artist true to themselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes ends up being, you know, again, more popular or sells more records or whatever.
Right.
So just because you don't win, and in this case, all these kids are talented.
Right.
You know, here Poopy right now is 4 tours.
Right.
He's got spinners on his bike, and he's got girls in DM, and they're screaming at the top of lungs at them all.
He's a 12-year-old with a stylist.
Yeah,
flying
that's
the
why I did.
stylist.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. Come on, man.
Perfect example. The Grammys just happened last week. Best New Artist nominee Tori Kelly
Yes.
was on American Idol.
Yes.
Simon did not like her voice.
No.
She only made it to the top 50, I think, and then
Yeah.
she got cut.
Yeah.
Yo, she's on Republic Records doing what she wants to do because
Right.
they gave her the pull because she created all these numbers on YouTube, just like these kids.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and look at her, Grammy nominated, you know, like
Especially
multi-platinum. Like,
with a platform like YouTube, they've already got a huge amount of followers. So
Right, yeah.
just the things that they can do with that crowd after year, and just continue to build. Watch, we'll see them in 2-3 years on some screen. I bet you any money right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
hopefully we can see him when they come to LA on that tour.
Yeah,
we can get
right,
us some
yeah.
tickets here.
Oh, for sure.
that'd be cool,
Like
that'd be
that's
cool.
for sure. I'm Papa Lewis. You already
Papa
know.
Lewis.
Word.
What's up,
He's the
dog?
man. He's
Word
gonna get
love.
us. He's gonna hook us up. He's gonna
There
hook
you
us
go.
up. But yeah, man, this show has been dope. I'm glad they picked up season 2.
I can't believe this
excited.
is
I
it.
know.
Wait, it's not it. It's not it. We have one more.
We do have one
We
more.
have the reunion show
We do have the
coming up.
reunion show.
The reunion? Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
the reunion
All
show.
right.
But as far as the episodes, I mean, the show
Right.
itself,
Okay,
that's what I'm getting
okay.
at.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm glad it was renewed for season 2. I'm excited to see. I mean, with this, you figure, you know, they've scoured all, you know, anytime a show goes on, it's going to be more people submitting and
yeah.
all
Bigger
they have,
budgets,
more
it's gonna be
access,
crazy.
budgets are higher. So we may even see, you know, who knows what kind of talent they're going to get, you know, coming on. You know, they may even go international,
Yeah.
bringing people from overseas. Who knows?
You know what they
Hey,
need to
if
do.
y'all need some hosts.
You know what they need to do.
You know, JD.
You know, JD, holler at Lifetime. JD, holler at us.
Yeah, really. But we got to get JD on the show.
No, we do.
We got to get
That'd be
JD on the
tough,
show.
yeah.
JD.
If it's season 2, for sure, Jermaine Dupri,
Right.
we got to have him on the show. We
He
know
knows,
he's supporting
he
the
knows
show.
about us.
He knows about
the
us.
show.
Right.
And,
He's
and
supposed
we're
to-
supporting the show.
Exactly.
Right. Why
Exactly.
not?
Just like he said, just like Papa Lewis said, like y'all gave criticism, but it was constructive
All
criticism.
constructive.
And we could trade off. You can come to this
Yeah.
studio, and then we
Yeah.
can come to you. We could be on this network, and we can be on that network.
One thing though, I
Right.
definitely know in season 2, if it's not based on these 5, he'll definitely have them come back.
Oh,
right. He has
of
to.
course.
Yeah,
Oh,
we want to see what they're up to.
Because to come back, to show what it's like, mentorship.
Yeah,
I mean, all of that. And it would make perfect sense, especially based on what's going on. I'm definitely excited to see him on tour. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see the reunion show because then we know what's happened since taping,
right?
Which is interesting.
Which
what would be
we
cool,
got the juice.
Yeah.
Is if when they're doing this tour, they had like auditions.
To
be on the next season.
That would be dope.
And then if they had hosts help
audition,
you
read my mind.
Exactly.
Just
holler at the kid.
I got bars.
Right.
We got that too. We got that too.
I got candy bars.
Yeah, bars. I got business cards.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, they're bars. It's just, Milky Way. That's all I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show. We're so excited. Like I said, we got one more show, so make sure you tune in. Reunion show coming up. We're going to dissect it. We might even have a special guest in the studio. So you got to tune in to find out. Yeah. You got to tune in. I've been your host, Lem Gonsalves. You can find me all day, every day at The Poet Saint. Nino, where can they find you, sir?
Talent booker, bro. Talent booker.
Talent booker.
You need to add that on your resume.
Okay, there it is.
Once again, guys, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
What's up, everybody? From all of us here at AfterBuzz, we want to say congrats to the cast and crew of the Rap Game. Congrats to JD on season 2, Lifetime. Congrats to Miss Mulatto for doing her thing and winning that. And you can find me and follow me on social media, Joshua Johnson. I am at JJ the Talented.
Boom.
Special shout out to Super Peach, Lil Nico, Young Lyric, Lil Poopy, and as well as Miss Mulatto for starting off your career. It's about to be rocking. Can't wait until season 2. I'm your boy Jimmy V. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Be Your Own Dad. Holla at the blog, beyourowndad.blogspot.com. And thanks for tuning in every week, fellas.
There it is. And we'll see you next week.
Deuce.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.